Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to part 2 of my investigation on the side effects of Finasteride. If you haven't already seen it, please do check out part 1, the link is in the description below. My name is Fortuna, I'm the founder of It Really Works Vitamins. We're a brand that Forbes have described as the best nutrition innovation 2019 and 18. So check us out below if you are dealing with hair related issues. Now in this video, I'm really doing a deep dive into the various research studies out there that look at the side effects of Finasteride. I'm looking at how many participants are in these research studies and how accurate they could be, as well as any potential conflicts of interest. So it's all in here. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please do give our video a big thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. We create videos at least twice a week that's all about hair care and hair growth. And check us out at itreallyworksvitamins.com. I hope you guys really enjoy this video and see you very soon. Bye for now. In this study, in the author's opinion, the most informative trial specifically analysing the effect of Finasteride and sexual functioning was the Prostate Cancer Prevention Trial. This was a randomised, double-blind, placebo-controlled study that was able to evaluate sexual dysfunction and any possible confounding variables in 17,313 participants over 7 years. They utilised a sexual activity scale ranging from 0 to 100, with higher numbers demonstrating greater sexual dysfunction. The scale evaluated the ability to have an erection, the degree of sexual satisfaction, any change in sexual performance, and frequency of sexual activities. So at whatever level the participants set their own personal level of sexual dysfunction, between 0 to 100, researchers found that Finasteride increased this level of dysfunction by around 3.21% at 6 months of usage, and this decreased to 2.11% after 7 years of usage. Interestingly, researchers found that other health factors also lead to a similar level of sexual dysfunction in participants. These include increased body mass index, diabetes, hypertension, smoking, and declining physical function. Also, age worsens sexual dysfunction with an increase of 1.26 points per year. Interestingly, the mental health score did not significantly affect sexual dysfunction over time. None of the 17,313 participants reported persistent sexual dysfunction. The authors concluded that the effect of Finasteride on sexual functioning was minimal and that it should not interfere with prescribing practices. However, there have been reports that a very small number of men continue to experience side effects after they stop taking the medication. It's also important to remember that the area of research into the side effects of Finasteride is still ongoing. Also, don't forget to pick up your free ebook, Everything You Need to Know About Blocking DHT, from itreallyworksvitamins.com. The book includes a recipe for a homemade scalp exfoliant and the best foods and drinks that help to block DHT and regrow your hair. The link is in the description below. As you might already know, I own It Really Works Vitamins. We're a hair care supplement brand. We've been featured in Forbes and we're voted as the best hair regrowth product for men. So our products are packed with 22 essential nutrients that encourage healthy hair growth. The absolute best thing about my product is that if you don't love it, then you get a full refund, no questions asked. So visit us at itreallyworksvitamins.com. The link is here, and I'm also putting a little coupon code here for you to try us out. So check us out at itreallyworksvitamins.com, and also don't forget we have free worldwide shipping. Another one of the questions that we've been asked on Instagram is, should I worry about all the reports about Finasteride? In April 2012, the FDA issued a warning on the side effects of Finasteride. It stated that sexual side effects could persist even after stopping the medication. These side effects include decreased sex drive and ejaculation problems. Propecia use has also been associated with several ejaculatory disorders. Ejaculatory disorders range from premature or rapid ejaculation to delayed ejaculation to a complete inability to ejaculate. A 2002 review of randomised Finasteride trials found more men who took the drug reported ejaculation disorders than men who took a placebo. The research article in BMC Urology looked at 5 double-blind, placebo-controlled trials lasting 12 months. The authors calculated the relative risk for ejaculation disorders was 3.6% for men taking finasteride. Ejaculatory disorders associated with Propecia also include retrograde ejaculation, when semen goes backwards into the bladder rather than forwards out of the penis, ejaculation failure, decrease in semen volume. The FDA warning was based on around 100 reports that the FDA received over 20 years. This is also not proof that finasteride was to blame, since a variety of medical conditions, including body mass index and diabetes or prescription drugs, could explain the sexual symptoms that the men reported while taking finasteride. Irreversible sexual side effects from finasteride are relatively rare, since millions of men have taken these medications during the time period surveyed. In March 2017, a Northwestern medicine study found that out of 11,909 men who took finasteride or dutasteride, 1.4% developed persistent erectile dysfunction that continued for an average of about 1,350 days after stopping treatment, according to the study. There seems to be a correlation between how long you're taking the drug for and the likelihood of experiencing persistent erectile dysfunction. Young men who had more than 205 days of exposure to the drug had nearly 5 times higher risk of persistent erectile dysfunction than men with shorter exposure. In other well-conducted research trials, sexual side effects occurred in about 4% to 6% of men, and these effects were usually reversible. But there still have been some attention-grabbing headlines which have really put people off taking finasteride. Finasteride, a hair loss medication reportedly used by footballer Wayne Rooney, could cause permanent impotence and shrink genitals in some men. This story is based on 2 news sources. The first is a US TV interview with this person, Kevin Malley. He claimed his genitals shrunk after taking finasteride. The second, more verifiable source is a study that found that finasteride could cause persistent loss of libido and erectile dysfunction. There are a number of significant issues with both sources. Primarily, there doesn't seem to be any independent background evidence supporting the claims held by Kevin Malley. And the second study included only a relatively small sample of men. 54 men were interviewed and 44 were later re-interviewed to see if their symptoms had persisted. All of the people who'd been recruited into the study were experiencing persistent sexual problems, and they were found via a website that was set up by men who claimed that finasteride had caused them sexual side effects. This might not necessarily reflect the experiences of all men who take finasteride. The study also fails to show the proportion of men using finasteride against the proportion of men who are experiencing side effects. And from those men, how many of those are experiencing permanent side effects? So where did the study come from? A single author from the George Washington University in the US conducted this study, and from what I can tell, it's really difficult to see who funded this study, and so it's not clear whether there could be any kind of potential conflict of interest. But what can be agreed upon is this comment by Dr. Erwig, who said that roughly 5% of men who take this medicine will experience sexual side effects, and of those, it's hard to tell how many will experience persistent problems. We know that there is a potential problem, but we can't quantify what the exact risk is. I can't tell a man if he has a 1 in 100 chance or a 1 in 1,000 chance of developing persistent sexual dysfunction, but it's pretty clear that there's a relationship here, he says. So how can you avoid the side effects of finasteride? There has been some discussion online that it's not necessary to take 1 milligram of Propecia per day. Dr. Vikram J. Aprakash and Dr. Russell Knudsen point out that finasteride can stay in the skin for up to 30 days, and they advise to take it 3 times per week, which is enough to mop up 5-alpha reductase without causing any permanent or long-term side effects. If you do experience side effects, it's likely that your doctor will lower your dosage or stop you from taking finasteride altogether. So before I close off, I just want to highlight again that the side effects of finasteride are relatively low, so around 5% of men will experience short-term side effects, but they'll gently ease off once you stop taking finasteride. It's important to remember that finasteride can stay in the body for up to 30 days, so each tablet stays in the skin and the scalp for around 30 days, and you build up a level of finasteride in the body. So if, for example, you've been taking finasteride for 3 months and then start to develop side effects, it could take another 3 months for the finasteride to really drain out of your system. It may take much longer or less time, but it's really important to speak to your doctor once you start experiencing the side effects of finasteride. So that is the end of part 2. I hope you've really enjoyed this installment. Please do subscribe so you won't miss out on part 3 of the side effects of finasteride. I look into the effects that finasteride can have on mental health, including reports of suicide and depression that have come out of the US recently. So please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out when our video goes live. Also, feel free to check us out at itreallyworksvitamins.com and join the community on Instagram. We're at itreallyworksvitamins. Guys, I hope you found this video useful. I'm really interested. Have you been taking finasteride? Have you had zero effects at all? Has it caused any side effects that I've not listed? Please do let us know. I'm really interested to find out what our viewers are experiencing right now, so let us know. So guys, I'll see you very soon. Have a great day, stay safe and well, and take care. See you next time.